Guys. All right, so what I got for you? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the show, guys. What we got for you is an update on what happened to Donald Trump today at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Donald Trump, an assassination attempt was executed against Donald Trump at that rally. He had just begun that rally. This happened maybe what? I can get you the exact time because I got a call from my partner in crime over here, Bug Bewley. 6:20, maybe a little after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. What we know now, the updates that we have now, and you heard it on that tape there, that whoever the shooter was, they had that person under wraps or succumbed, or they had him apprehended there. They didn't move Donald Trump until they had the shooter. And then Donald Trump was taken to a hospital where they said he's fine. They haven't given any details about what type of injuries. You can see an injury to his right ear, I think it is. That was clearly shown in the video there. So that's what we got so far. And also there's an update that one member of the audience is deceased or has been killed, and the shooter has also been killed. I don't know who the shooter was. I haven't gotten any information yet about the shooter. I'm going to be checking my phone through this broadcast. But I had to come to you live about this because we need to have a conversation about this. Donald Trump, an assassination attempt on the president. Very serious business. Very serious business. Very intense what took place here. And I'm ashamed to have known some people that find this hilarious, funny, entertaining, some of the things that people are saying. It just goes to show you what mainstream media has done, what corrupt corporate media has done. I would be saying the same thing if someone attempted an assassination attempt on Joe Biden. Exact same thing. I would come say the exact same thing. But what I'm going to say that's different about Trump is this. You just elected Trump president. Whoever that person was, you just guaranteed Biden should just walk out of the office, hand the keys over to Kamala, and let her take the L for him. Because there is nothing more potent than being a victim of an obvious attack on your life. Once again, guys, whoever this person was, they just guaranteed Donald Trump will be the next president of these United States. That's what they just did. I'm 99.9% sure that Donald Trump wins this walking away. It won't even be close. There will be people that register to vote that have never voted before who are going to come out and vote for Trump. There will be, I would even go so far as to say, there will be people who will vote more than once, who will risk going to jail for this. And another thing, those online social media cowards who are mocking, making fun, and I saw a couple of it because I announced it on my Twitter, on my X account. Know this, Johnson, know this. You really don't want to poke the bear. You are poking the wrong bear, dum-dum. Once again, anybody tuning in, my name is Tim Black. I'm a recovering progressive. Particularly behind what I believe. I believe that this took place, this assassination attempt, is because it's due to, a large amount of it is due to, I'm almost 100% certain, to the rhetoric, the lies, the corruption, the smears, the constant demonization of Donald Trump for the last 7 years. I'm surprised it took this long. There you go. That's what I want to say. I'm surprised it took this long. I do not co-sign or do not support violence against a sitting president or a former president. But let's just unpack it a bit. Let's unpack it. Let's take a look at this. We've had presidents who have bombed other countries into oblivion on a lie, taking us to war and killed 1 million people unnecessarily just for money and his own ego. and to stay in office. And no one attempted anything. But there are people that are so damaged in the brain, so brainwashed, that they think Donald Trump is the worst president that ever walked the earth because of words he said on Twitter or X, because most of his policies line up with Bush's policies. Most of his policies line up with Clinton's policies. Most of his policies are pretty much the standard Republican policies. But for some reason, and the reason is we got a corporate media that wants profits. They want profits over anything else, and they sensationalize trivial nonsense. How you feeling, Taraji P. Henson? How you feeling over there? All the people boosting this Project 2025, when you know that damn Project 2025 is an organization that is not tied to Donald Trump's campaign. That's an organization that made a document for any president to take up and use, including Biden. But what do you think now? What do you think now? This is what it comes to. This is what it does. All that money you made, MSNBC, all the raking in the profits, CNN. I just put out a video about it. We just talked about it yesterday on the show. All the money that they've been making off Donald Trump, gaslighting morons at home. Some of it warranted, a whole lot of it not. A lot of it taken out of context, a lot of it exploited, a lot of it camouflaged, modified, edited, truncated, ginned up, spun around, twisted, super seasoned, perpetuated, grown, sown. What I'm trying to tell you guys, and what took place today, this is bad. This is the worst thing that could happen. And to that person, I don't know who did this. I have no idea, but I'm gonna be checking my phone and see if we get an identification on who did this. But I can tell you this. I'm telling you one thing, what I'm hoping is I'm hoping that this was just a white guy pissed off. Oh, I'm hoping this was just a white guy pissed off. See, we got dummies online that don't understand. Donald Trump has people that support him. And you don't want to mess with these people. You don't want to mess with these people. We got a certain segment of society who are beyond support, not just supporters. You know, I'm talking about zany lunatics. There's a segment of the Trump body of supporters who are beyond the pale, who are not wrapped too tight, frankly. They've been waiting for this day. And now first blood, literally, first blood has been spilled. Do you understand? You children, you child, you adolescent, you moron who are on social media, whoever that person is, whoever these people are who are online. Now, this will be a good time for them to start yanking the trolls. This will be a good time for them to start yanking the bots. You understand what I'm saying? Elon Musk needs to get his campaign, get his application under control. That's what he needs to do. Once again, if you just tuned in, Donald Trump there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. He was shot. It appears to be a graze on his right ear. He is okay, but there is one attendance, one audience member who was killed today at that rally, and the shooter, the suspected shooter, was also killed. We don't know the name or the identity of the gunman, but I'm hoping it was just a white guy. I'm hoping it was not a person other than a white guy off his medication like typically. I'm hoping that. I hope that. Because you people that are thinking this is a joke, you people that think, oh, I wish you would have got, well, they should have did this, they should have did that. Okay, first of all, you're a moron. Second of all, we don't wish death on anybody. I never wish death on folks, especially for political differences. Once again, I'm not a Trump supporter, but neither am I a Biden supporter like some of you morons. Okay? This sets up a horrible situation of retaliation and avenge. Do you understand that people can be hurt because of this? Someone already texted me and said, oh my God, This might be open season. An open season. I remember the last time I saw an assassination attempt in America, it was back in the 80s. I was a kid. I was barely in elementary school. I think I was just like in the 3rd grade or something when Ronald Reagan was shot by John Hinckley Jr. Anybody old enough? Anybody old as hell like me up here that remembers that? I didn't know much about it. I just remember coming home and on the news was just saying that everybody was watching. An assassination attempt on the president. Folks, this is serious business. Once again, I want to repeat this for anybody who didn't hear me, man. Whoever did this, you just gave Donald Trump a gift. I know you don't know that from the grave because you are now deceased, if that was the correct person that they grabbed up, because they did. Secret Service, there are reports that whoever did the shooting, someone was apprehended and dealt with. Someone was taken out. Whoever that person is. Hopefully that was the shooter. But unfortunately, and my condolences to the family of whoever was attending this rally, who was also hurt here today in Butler, Pennsylvania, who was now deceased in Butler, Pennsylvania for attending a rally in broad daylight where they go through metal detectors. So I don't understand what happened. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of speculation about how this could take place when you have to go through metal detectors to get into this rally, presumably. I can see the wheels and the brains turning already, guys. This guarantee, I feel, I'm just going to say guarantees, man. Let me not even go 99.9. Let me just go ahead and step into the ring and say, I'm 100% sure that Donald Trump wins the re-election. I believe that Donald Trump wins the election. This did it. I was already on the record saying I think Donald Trump's going to win. Now I'm positive he's going to win. You understand? Because there's nothing more influential than an actual victim that we can all see. This is not made up. This is not, oh, they're coming to get me and they're just, they don't like me and they do this, they do that. You cannot deny this. It's an attempt. That was blood coming out, was plasma, blood coming out of his ear. No matter what he said, no matter whatever he said at the podium, nothing, absolutely nothing justifies this. And all they did was secure the loss of Biden. Biden will definitely lose. So now I want to see all those Democrats come out. All those Democrats, all those drooling at the mouth, frothing upon the mouth Democrats who went and called Donald Trump president, who thought they were doing something. Meanwhile, they called Bush president. He killed 1 million people and took us to illegal wars. But they wouldn't call Trump president. To this day, won't call him president. All because they want to get their guy Biden in, because they like that level of corruption. Not that Trump isn't corrupt. It's hard to be a politician and not be corrupt, particularly at that level. But they pretend like Biden is a saint, and this perpetual narrative that Donald Trump is the devil, that he is the Antichrist, the comparisons of him to Hitler. You did this. Own it. I want you all to own it. I want the corporate media to own what they did. Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid. I want you to own what you did. The bats at the View. Own what you did. You did this. Maxine Waters. Own it. Own what you did. Take a victory lap. You did this. You just sank your guy. Jim Clyburn, I know you said you were riding with Biden. You ain't going to be riding far. You'll be riding back to Delaware because that's where he's going. Visit him on the weekends. You can all sit down and have fried fish and cornbread and coleslaw because he's going to have a lot of time on his hands, which is what he needs. That's right. You did this. Congratulations. Congratulations, corporate media, cooking the books, taking people out of context, demonizing them, all to try to get Americans to cut on the television and watch this stuff because most Americans don't want to watch it. So they had to gin it up. They had to put some spice on it. They had to put some bam on it. They had to put some boost on it. hit you with the hits, the hot stuff. Had to put some Tabasco on it. Had to put some, I don't know, some mambo sauce on it. I don't know what you got. They were just ginning this up and doing everything they could to make this rivalry get some eyeballs. People don't understand the level of fabrication, the amount of lying and deceit, and the amount of corruption in the media game. Well, they did this. You did this, The View. You did it. Congratulations. Yeah, I want them to all own what they did. I want them to, every late night show talk host who for the last 7 years has been making nothing but horrible Trump jokes, corny, lame, pathetic, sold out, unentertaining, stupid, banal, cookie cutter, boring, cowardly Trump jokes for 7, 8 years. There you go. Guess what you get? You get to be not only guilty with blood on your hands, but he's alive, but you also get him as your president again. There you go. That's what you deserve. That is what they deserve, Joe Johnson. They deserve this. They earned this butt kicking. They deserve Trump to come back because they did this. They did. They could have let him go on with his life. They didn't have to try to bring bull BS charges. Did any business person, some of these charges, no other human being, no other American citizen has been tried for some of these charges that these morons keep saying, he get what he deserved. You dumbass, there's no other American ever convicted of the BS that they got Trump, they're trying to get Trump on. They don't even take people to court for this nonsense. And you're so gullible and busy watching CNN, MSNBC, and CBS, and ABC that you just drank all the Kool-Aid and then came back asking for thirds and fourths. So this is what you get. You get Donald Trump as your next president because he's going to milk this. And why shouldn't he milk it? You literally shot him in the head. You shot another inch or two, and he's got to hear. Cancel Christmas. Another inch or two. It's hasta la vista, baby. You know what I hope? I hope that whoever did this, once again, I hope, man, let me check my phone. I want to know if they got any information on who the shooter was. Any information on the shooter? Any information on the shooter, guys? Any information on the shooter? Because what I'm saying, folks, is see, I want policy. Anybody who's new to this channel, I just want policies that help Americans, that help particularly Black Americans, because we're in the bottom of Americans' hierarchy. Okay, so that's what I want. I fight for that. But I want all Americans to be able to live indoors, have decent, make a decent living, to be able to take care of their families and retire with dignity. That's all I want. I want nothing crazy. Okay, I want that money to stop going to Ukraine. I want that money to stop going to Israel. Nothing crazy. Just take care of home. Take care of the people that build America. Take care of the people that actually pay taxes and build America. That's all I want. And you demonize me like you demonize Trump for it. Like it's kooky and crazy to say, hey, what about us? What about this place? Okay, so yeah, but let me check and see if they have the ID of the Trump shooter. Let me put in shooter, guys. (8/11). Secret Service killed the shooter. Law enforcement says wasn't clear what type of weapon the shooter used. They don't know what type of weapon was used. Oh, come on. They I don't want to share the post. I just want to read the post. If I could read the post, that'd be nice. Oh, this is one of these weird things. Let me go somewhere else. They're trying to make you swipe through everything. Wall Street Journal, kick rocks. Wall Street Journal. ABC News, 30 minutes ago. We got anything more up to date than 30 minutes ago? If we're going to be interrupting the broadcast, least we could do is have something more up to date. Shooter dead in rally attendee killed at Trump event in Pennsylvania, Butler County District Attorney tells Associated Press. Okay. That's what we got. That's all I got. Somebody put in the comment section if you get any information about the shooter, what we know about the shooter. I'm sure they're going to have that information soon. But once again, back to the rant. back to sticking it to the Democratic Party, guys. I want everybody, I just put out a video, and I was very disappointed. I put out a video, and it breaks down totally how Donald Trump became president. I get a message from YouTube, your usual subscribers don't want to watch it. How could you not want to know how Donald Trump became president? What really put him in office? How could you not want to know the machinations behind what made a guy who was a talk show host become a president? How could you not want to know that? So I'm like, I'm stunned. Nobody wants to know this shit. No one wants to know how corrupt the Democratic Party is. Too many people watch CNN and MSNBC and ABC and CBS. Now, if you just don't care, I don't understand how you can't care about the president of the country. I didn't say the mayor of Mexico. I said the president of the United States, okay? But anyway, in that video that I just put out that breaks down exactly how we got here, why we're here, we are faced with this event. And this event, what happened here today, this assassination attempt on a former president, I believe is due. It is due to the demonization of Donald Trump. They were calling this man Hitler. They've been saying this man is a baby killer. They've been doing all this. They've been riling up folks. They've been gaslighting people. We know we have a highly medicated, overly drugged population in the United States. We have the rent's too damn high, the inflation's through the roof. You know, what are we, number 150 of the most happiest people, or most happiest citizens of a country? Like, our country's low on the list of happiness, the happiness factor. There's a happiness quotient. They do a graph where they determine which are the happiest countries. We're not in the top 10. I don't know what number we are. We're not 100, but we're not 10. We're not in the top 10, okay? So this is not the country. We don't have the type of happy people skipping to work, just happy to go get all their taxes taken out of their checks, that you can, for 7-8 years, continuously demonize a presidential candidate without a repercussion. And all you did, you dummies, all you did was guarantee that Donald Trump will win the election. That's all you did. You have guaranteed it. You have guaranteed a win for Donald Trump in your idiotic, bogus news coverage. So I want to thank all of the people out there who contributed to this L. Hold the L up. Take the L and just hold it over your heads, because you did this. You did this, CNN. You did this, especially MSNBC. Oh, my God. They're the worst. MSNBC is actually worse than CNN at this. There was absolutely no balance. There was absolutely no counter-argument. Just a bunch of meandering, BS crybaby nonsense, lying and jumping up and down as shields for the Democratic Party. It's pathetic. And now you get this. You get somebody with a battery in their back who wants to try to take out a president. And once again, they don't go after the presidents that took us to wars we shouldn't have been in. They don't go after the president that killed, on their watch, 1 million people in Iraq are dead. They don't go after that guy. They go after the guy who brought troops home. They go after the guy who didn't do that. Obama dropped bombs. See, we ran out of bombs. Violence is not, I'm not condoning violence, but I'm saying stupidity. And I'm saying how the media covers it. The media never covered it from this vantage point. The media never said, hey, you know what? Trump didn't get us in any new wars. Like, that's something important to bring up. Unless you're a country that wants us to go to war. Unless you're a media that wants us in other countries bombing them and killing kids and women and children and men. Us men like to live too. We like to live our lives without, being able to be with our families as well. But we got a media that would never say that. No balance. Of course, you call out Trump for nonsense he does. You call out Trump for bad policies. You call him out for whatever. But you also got to add in the other stuff. That's what I'm saying. There's no balance. There's no, hey, Trump didn't take us to a lot of wars. Because, see, that would not help the narrative. Because their sole job, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, was to help Biden crawl or pedal or roll over the finish line. You get what you pay for. You earned this L, now hold it up. Whoopi Goldberg would not be bothered to say Trump's name, but would say it out of her mouth on that shit program, The View, for the last 5 years. Love the ratings, love talking about him, but won't say his name as if that's doing something. Pathetic. Sonny Hostin, what a lawyer. Amazing job you did. Peddling the Biden narratives every day. Should be ashamed of yourselves. Take this L, hold it up. This is you. You did this. What do we got, Josh? Anybody? Blue MAGA is 10 times worse than MAGA. Yeah. How can you say it's not? How can you say it's not worse than MAGA? Absolutely. They demonize. What they do is they blame the Republicans for doing what they already do. Yeah, what people don't get, what a lot of the Democrat, and don't get me wrong, man, we got some Democratic voters who just don't know any better, man. They were raised, their parents were Democrats, they're Democrats, okay? My parents were apolitical. My mom does not associate really in politics. That's not her thing. To this day, my mom says, hey, we had a couple people try to do some good. JFK tried to do something, and they killed him, and, you know, that's pretty much the extent of her political involvement. My stepdad, who I love very much, never talked about politics. I've learned that my actual dad, my biological dad, was very much into politics. Maybe that's where I get it from. But anyway, be that as it may, what I'm trying to say is what we are witnessing now, what we're seeing now, a lot of people are growing up in households where they were Democrats, and I understand that. But you need to look behind the curtain of the Democratic Party and what it's about and what it's been doing. God, I wish you watched the video I put out explaining exactly what the Democrats did. Donald Trump is if you hate Donald Trump so much, you need to know why Donald Trump is running for president. You need to know how he was able to get votes. How was he able to become this guy who was a politician? He'd never done politics before. He'd never been a dog catcher before. How was he able to do that? No one says, how did that happen in a country like this? It happened because they wanted him to run. They wanted Trump to run. Hillary and the DNC wanted him to run because they thought he would be easier to beat than anybody else. They didn't want to go up against Jeb Bush. They did not want to go up against Marco Rubio. They wanted to go up against Donald Trump. So they elevated him. They had their people cover him nonstop. And guess what? Just so happens, Trump is very good on camera. Just so happens, that's the wrong guy to give a camera to. They forgot he had been doing media for the last 40 years. One thing he knows how to do, probably even more so than building buildings, is get media attention, is work the media over. They gave the wrong guy, they gave him a spoon and left him alone in a ice cream parlor. And he ate all the damn ice cream, Johnson. That's what they did. They gave a fat kid a spoon and a bowl and left him overnight in the ice cream shop. And then he ate all that ice cream, and they're going like, how'd this happen? It happened because they wanted it to happen. And how do I prove this to you? I prove it to you because the 2024 primary election in the Democratic Party. How many times did you see Marianne Williamson on TV? How many times did you see Cenk Uygur on TV doing the Democratic primaries this year? How many times did you see RFK Jr.? You know he started running as a Democrat, right? You do know that. How many times did you see Dean Phillips? How many times did you see him? See, that's what the corporate media can do when they don't want you, when they don't want to cover you. Really, they just shut you down. How many votes did they get? You don't think they could have did that to Trump if they really didn't want Trump to win? They wanted Trump to win the primary, and Hillary thought she could beat him in the general. And she got beat like a drum and sent out to the woods. This was something fabricated by the Democratic Party, and it came back to bite them on the ass. So all those people who hate Trump, he was created by the Democratic Party for their own guilty self-interest, and Hillary Clinton and the DNC for their own corrupt means, for their own purposes, for their own benefit. That's why they did it. You have to understand that. Once you understand that, I'm not saying you become a Republican because I'm not a Republican, but you will understand what's going on. I need to know who the shooter was. It's important to know who that shooter was, guys. Anybody got any information on the shooter? You want me to get to Biden's statement? Okay. Megan, let me get a Biden statement. Let's see what Biden said. Is it past his bedtime? Is he still up? Did someone wake him? Biden statement, Trump. Biden speaks after the shooting. By opening and closing was saying he was trying to reach Donald Trump. Okay. In remarks to the press pool, President Biden says he is trying to get in touch with former President Trump. He says Secret Service is trying to gather more details on the incident. Biden condemns political violence in the United States. I hope I get to speak to him tonight, Mr. Biden says. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. He says he will speak to it when he has the facts. Okay. That's what I got. That's what I got, guys. I want to see if we can get some more. I can get some more video play for you, man. Let me see if I can find something else for you in regards to this. Let me jump on Twitter real quick and see if there's any updates. Lord have mercy. This is bad, Johnson. I got some. Who is this? Oh, this is BBC. I hope BBC don't shut us down, Johnson. This is looking bad. This is looking bad, folks. But I'm gonna have to take the chance. You know what? Maybe it's safer. Maybe it will be safer if I just played it from Twitter. Yeah, maybe we're safer playing it from the Twitter application itself. Let's see how we do this. Let's do this, man.
Someone who was here. You weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees out there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up. And probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, oh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up
you
there.
saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling
Yep.
the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
Binoculars.
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching. But you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
I no, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it,
No,
but
sure.
it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof. Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions I think that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. That was a terrible thing. And you should stay safe with your family and
Gotcha.
Yourself. Thanks for your time.
Man.
Okay. Damn. Okay. First as I was listening to the young man tell his story, I wasn't buying it at first, man. I was not buying it. I mean, I was skeptical, because people run up and they say stuff, right? But as he continued talking, and then when he described what happened with Secret Service and the man, well, he pointed out a guy, and that's the guy that they ended up shooting. So, yeah, now I'm telling you, I just feel it's gonna be hell to pay. And this is also pushing us into trying to figure this out. I don't even want to say the C word. I don't want to say the C word here. But it leads us to conspiracies. It leads us to speculate, because the young man said, hey, we were pointing at this guy on the roof. Looked like he had a gun or something. And we were pointing at him, and Secret Service is like, what, huh, who, what? This sounds horrific. Sound horrific to you guys? Sounds horrific to me. Turn the camera. I don't know what that means. Okay. This is Fish. JFK was from a roof. Biden administration's withholding Secret Service from RFK Jr. That's correct. He is. They are withholding that. That's absolutely correct. Someone put up something earlier that said something about they believe the shooter was an employee of something, but I can't find any way to corroborate that. So someone pointed it out. I cannot confirm that or deny that or whatever, guys. All I can tell you is they killed a suspect. Secret Service shot and killed a suspect We just heard a story of a young man telling us that it was someone that they pointed out that they saw, and they don't understand why Secret Service did not move quicker. Why it took them to shoot when they saw him. And they said they could see that he had a rifle. And he did, in fact, have a rifle. And Secret Service did, in fact, take him out. So that's what we got so far, guys. Once again, folks, and I don't want to be a broken record, but I'm hoping new people are coming in. My name is Tim Black. Look, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I do my best to tell the truth. I want to be a truth teller. That's all I want to be. But I know for a fact, based on my coverage, based on what I do every day, I get up every day and I'm looking at the news, I'm covering the news, I'm reading the news, I'm checking sources. The corporate media has been demonizing Donald Trump exponentially over the last 7-8 years. That's what they've been doing. Okay? This was bound to happen. They're saying that Donald Trump's going to end the country, that he's going to destroy America. What you thought was going to happen? What you thought was going to come down to? Huh? What did you think was going to happen? America's full of a lot of cowboys. There's sort of a lot of anger and resentment and a lot of people on medication and people self-medicating. We got people on medication. We got people self-medicating. We got a mental health crisis in this country. Inflation's too damn high and the wages are too damn low. And you've been for 7-8 years, you've had notable figures up here comparing Donald Trump to Hitler. Up here comparing him literally to Mussolini, Hitler. Really? Really? You ain't got to like the guy. You ain't got to want the guy to be your president. By all means, exercise your First Amendment rights for hell. You know, don't vote for the guy, vote against him, do whatever you got to do. But I'm not talking about voters, guys. I'm not talking about voters. I'm not talking about what people do at home. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the media. The media has been demonizing this guy to the point that people are out of their trees. They've been swimming without water. These people have lost their minds. They call it Trump derangement syndrome. No, it's an intentional gaslighting of American citizens. Folks, when I look at Donald Trump's policies, I see a Republican. I don't agree with a lot of his policies because I'm not a Republican. Okay? But they are not Mussolini policies. They are not Hitler policies. Okay? They're just not. In the way that the Democrats have been on and on and on and on and on. There's a difference with saying, hey, Biden's incompetent, Biden is cognitively declined, and then saying this guy's Hitler. Like, you don't see a difference there? That's a difference. One is, hey, this guy, we think he needs to have his brain examined. This guy can't walk a flight of stairs. This guy is not running the country. Like, these claims, those are not demonizing claims. They're highly critical. Some of them are hardcore. Some of them are just true, in my opinion, in my assessment, but they are not demonizing. Okay, these are not demonizing claims that will make someone try an attempt on his life. You understand what I'm saying? But the way that the Democratic Party has gone on and on and on and on, the way that they had demonized him for 7-8 years, I am surprised it took so long. I'm telling you, I'm surprised they just got around to it. We got so many Looney Tunes in this country with them gaslighting every day. We got the View, we from The View to Bill Maher to John Oliver to, I don't know, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon to Seth Meyers, to SNL. It's everywhere, man. It is literally everywhere. Every horrible BS comedian to every politician. Trump's going to destroy the country. He's doing it. And it's, okay? I won't even say his name. He's evil. He's an evil. Was it Jasmine Crockett was just saying this nonsense? There you go, Jasmine. Congratulations. Trump will be the next president. This has done nothing but gave him a scratch on his ear, it appears, and ensured. This has guaranteed his re-election. That's what you've done. You have guaranteed that Donald Trump will win this election. I'm saying it loud and clear. David Pakman, you just guaranteed the re-election. Whoever that snot-nosed, pimple-faced young white guy who's working for Biden on TikTok with all the followers as he pretends to love the 81-year-old Biden. Well, congratulations, you moron. Congratulations. You demonized Trump for your money. I hope you use it well, because welcome back to Trump land. Trump will win this election. It won't even be close. They won't be able to rig it enough. They won't be able to cheat enough. You understand what I'm saying? Donald Trump will be the next president of these United States. Mark my words. You just guaranteed it. He was already going to win, but you just made sure there was no doubt. Check the bookies in Las Vegas. Check the bookies in Las Vegas. See if I'm wrong. I bet the odds on favor of Trump just went through the roof. It just went through the roof. There is nothing a politician loves more than being able to play the victim. It's the easiest play there is. It is the most rewarding play that you can make. And then to not have to do an explanation. You don't have to explain why you're a victim. You can just point at the ear. And the crowds are going to go, wow, Trump already gets massive crowds, right? Trump will be able to come up to him from now to election day. He will be able to come out on stage and just point at his ear. And the crowd will lose their minds. Do you realize what you just gave this guy? He's going to be able to come out. His campaign ad will just be him turned to the side, showing his ear and saying, I took it for you. I took the shot for you. Well, he won't say it like that. He'll be more like, I took one for you. And I'd gladly do it again. Take one for me. And they'll go crazy. Everybody will lose their minds and run out. You're going to have grandmas voting 3 and 4 times, risking jail time, just to vote to make sure Trump wins. Do you understand how dumb you are? Do you get it? Do you children get what you did? Now, I don't know who did this. I don't know if it was a young person or not. Could have been anybody. Please. I don't do this often, but I got to say, please. Don't let this person be Black or Hispanic, and please don't let them be undocumented, because Lord have mercy. Lord, let it be a white guy just off his medication with PTSD and some other stuff going on. Let that be the situation. Please don't let this be an undocumented person. Please. As a Black American, we do not need the baton of hate. We do not need the baton again. Okay? We do not want it. Let's keep it at 100 with you. I'm being very honest and transparent with you. We do not want this. I'm not Van Jones. I do not love Joe Biden. I love Joe. Joe's great. You know, this is a very difficult time. I love Joe. No, I don't love Joe. Okay? I don't love Joe. Now, I would not wish this on anyone. Well, on any president. Okay? Political differences aside, man, we have gotten way too toxic. The media has pitted us against each other for their money, for their financial gain. Do you get it? For the most part, Donald Trump's policies are more progressive than Ronald Reagan's. Okay? Which was the last time this type of thing took place. They talk as if Donald Trump is King Leopold. He is not. They exaggerate, they exasperate, and they fascinate Looney Tunes people. Now, a lot of Trump supporters have been saying this is going to happen. And there are going to be people right now saying, I called it, because they've been saying that they were going to set Trump up at some point. In the desperation of Joe Biden, oh, he's so desperate. Oh, I can just see it now, guys. This is going to be everywhere. Oh my God. You know what? I'm sorry that Donald Trump got a scratch on the ear, but just the fact that I'm going to have to hear from Tim Scott for the next 2 months coming out. Oh, come on. Oh, I can't believe you shot Donald Trump. I can't believe it. No, Jesus. My God. Not Donald Trump. Oh, my God. What do we, you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong to shoot. No. Jesus, please. I'll do anything. I wish I was there. I would have jumped in front of the bullet. I would have aimed the bullets. I would have put my hand in front of the bullet. Please. Oh no, God. You know it's wrong. Oh, Secret Service, you know it's wrong. Jesus. Oh, God. To have to listen to the MAGA streamers. Oh, Jesse Lee Peterson. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to have to hear his dumb. I'm about to hear Jesse Lee Peterson cry. The Great White Hope. They tried to take the Great White Hope out. Amazing. Amazing. The Great White Hope. Amazing. The Great White Hope. The Great White Hope. About to hear this nonsense from these maggots. These shills. But back to the Democratic shills. Okay. Thank whoever this guy was, because he is now catapulted. You thought Biden was winning by 1 or 2 points in swing states or whatever it was, 4 points. Make it 10 points. There are going to be people coming out to vote who took oaths, not to vote ever. There are going to be people coming out to vote from all walks of life for Donald Trump. That's what this did. That's what you did. So all you shields who have been dissing Trump all this time, now criticism's criticism. I'm talking about the over-the-top nonsense. I'm talking about the Project 25. You know damn well Project 2025 is written by the Heritage Foundation. All you goofballs, the DL Hughley. Congratulations, DL. You got your wish. Now Donald Trump gets to become your president again. I hope, man, all these morons who are just, oh, I love Joe. When Joe loses, leave. Yeah, a lot of you threatened to leave the country last time. Do it this time. Get out of here. Just pack your bags and get up out of here. You ain't trying to fight for what we need anyway. Lame ass shields for the Democratic Party. Once again, I blame the Democratic Party for this. I blame the DNC for this. I blame corporate media that is wedded, that is tied to the Democratic Party in a corrupt way. I blame them for this. It's them. They did this. I'm looking for the shooter. What do we know about the shooter? Anybody got any information about the shooter? I'd love to put that on the screen for you guys because I think it's important to know who the shooter was. Okay. Let's see. We got this. It's only 15 seconds, but let's do it. They say this is the shooter being dragged out.
To me, as you're trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on, was he shot, was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So we're just trying to figure out what happened. Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So we're just trying to figure out what happened. You're okay, what's going on? Was he shot, was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So we're just trying to figure out what happened.
Okay. Okay, looks to me, guys. Looks to me. He's not black. 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 Black. He's not black. Looks like white on white crime. My favorite kind of crime. Could be a light-skinned Latino, but it appears he is of the Caucasian descent. Woo! Woo! I didn't know what I was going to see there, Johnson. Oh, come on, guys. You got to understand how hard it is to be black in America to understand this. But every black person in America, I know, all my black viewers, you know what I'm saying? Yes, okay. Now, what we want to know who was the shooter that took him out. Because if that shooter was of African American descent, black American, we might get the reparations after all, Johnson. Come on now. Woo! I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. So guys, look, it's not, I'm not here to, I'm definitely not caping for the Democrats, but I'm look, Donald Trump, don't get me wrong, guys. Donald Trump is not above criticism. I'm for criticism. I'm not for demonization. They demonize Trump. It's a difference. You say, hey, you know, the criticism about it is he's cognitively declined. He's messing up words. You know, he's falling downstairs. He's who's doing the job? He can't be doing the job. Like, these are criticisms based on things he's actually done. That's what the right says about Biden, right? And about Hunter, okay? You know what I'm saying? But no, let me say, that's what Trump supporters say about Biden. But what I'm hearing corporate media say, they're comparing Trump to Hitler. Do you understand that that is different? That there should be a level of ethics. Once again, criticizable policy. I couldn't stand those opportunity zones. Opportunity zones help corporations. Let's be clear. And sometimes when Trump says stuff like, you know, I'm the best, I did this, I'm the best president since Abraham Lincoln. Okay? But you can't call a guy Hitler without him doing Hitler stuff. Okay? And we know what stuff Hitler did. So that person should be fired because it creates maniacs. Exhibit A, the shooter you just saw. Okay? It creates maniacs. And by the way, there's a woman, an innocent woman who was at a Trump rally who is deceased. She lost her life today. She lost her life today, Maxine Waters. She lost her life today, Whoopi. She lost her life today, Simone Sanders. She lost her life today, Van Jones. She lost her life today, D.L. Hughley. She lost her life today. Rachel Maddow. Morning Joe. Mika Brzezinski. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. She lost her life today because of you hacks. You hacks who rile up people that are volatile. And who knows what other mental issues they have going on. With your constant bombardment of 45, Hitler, he gonna kill the world, he gonna destroy the planet, he gonna end America, he's gonna, someone reacted to your maniacal narrative, your slanted, your jaded, your demonization of Donald Trump over the last 7 or 8 years. Folks, that blood is on their hands. That blood is on their hands. Once again, criticism's one thing. Demonization by corporate media, not by citizens. You're a free citizen. Say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? You can be crazy, be zany. Who cares? But when you are corporate media, when you're on the airwaves, you got to have some level of ethics. You should not be able to compare a former president to Hitler. You just shouldn't be able to do that. And one station has done it over and over and over and over and over and over and over to the point it is common for them to do that. All right, guys. I don't know what else to say. Do we have anybody? Let me check to start. There have been some comments. Let me read the folks who have supported the show and what they've done. Shout out to Megan. Megan, it's always good to see you, my friend Megan. Alfonso, thanks for speaking truth. Thank you, Alfonso, for being here. Brian says, oh, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, Brian. Katie Combs says, Roseanne made a bet on the Tim Pool show that we wouldn't have a proper election. Do you think due to this development that is likely? Yeah, I think we will not have a proper election. But I think due to this activity, due to what happened, the assassination attempt, I believe this assassination attempt has propelled this election to a level beyond. I believe Donald Trump will obliterate. He will obliterate Biden. This will be an embarrassment. I think that Biden should step down today and hand over the keys to Kamala so that he does not take the ass whooping that will come from the polls, that will come from the ballot box November 5th. If Biden has any brain power left, if Biden has any common sense, he will get out of this job. He will do what Kamala did when she was running for the Democratic nomination. She will bow out before California embarrassed the hell out of her. That's exactly what Biden needs to do. Biden, if I was you, I'd leave, and I'd leave it to Kamala and let her be unburdened by the ale that's about to come. And it's going to be a big-ass ale, okay? Let her be unburdened by carrying that ale. You understand what I'm saying? Titan, Blue MAGA. These folks are just in a cult. It's Trump's base. The country will live in this. Well, I'm sorry. The country we live in is a cult of blue and red. The rest of us outside the coats live in hell. It really is maddening having to endure it. My brother, my friend, Titan. You know, as we go through this nonsense, remember, there's a lot of independents. There's a lot of the largest voting bloc in America is an independent voter. And actually, the largest voting bloc are non-voters. 40% of the country does not vote. So the largest voting group in America are the non-voters. Okay? Then it's the independents. And then we got the Democrats and the Republicans. So we got a lot of people that have sense. We got people that have so much sense, they don't participate at all. And we got people that have more sense who say, I don't pick either one, I pick the best one at the time, and who knows who that'll be. That was a bystander who was shot? What'd you say, Buck? Elijah Lewis. Thank you, Elijah Lewis, for supporting the show. Willie Bragg Show. We love you, Tim Black, for being a truth teller. Thank you, Willie. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. Megan, thanks, Tim. Much love. Tim, much love. Thank you. Gerard. What's up, Gerard? That's not the shooter. The shooter was on the roof. They ain't saying he is. Oh. Give it up for J-Rod. Damn. Okay, guys, this adds a ripple. This is a ripple. This puts a different spin on it, doesn't it? J-Rod, give it up for J-Rod. J-Rod, thank you, J-Rod. J-Rod says that person that we filmed was not the shooter. He was an innocent bystander. I thought the bystander was a woman who was killed. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. I feel horrible about that. I feel horrible about that. I feel horrible. I feel terrible about that, guys. Maybe I need to bring it down a notch, you know? I feel bad about that, but I also feel bad about if J-Rod's accurate here when he says that he believes it was an Asian, they've identified the shooter as an Asian American. Donald Trump says on social media that he was shot with a bullet. Posting on his Truth social media site about 2.5 hours after the shooting, Trump said, "A bullet pierced the upper part of my right ear." He goes on to say, I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening. President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick reaction during the heinous act. The Secret Service said the suspect shooter fired from an elevated position outside of the rally venue. Yeah, Jay, you're absolutely right, brother. What am I talking about? The guy said it was someone on top of a roof, right? So obviously that person we saw was in stands. The official said the shooter was engaged by members of the U.S. Secret Service counter-assault team and killed. The heavily armored tactical team travels everywhere with the president and major party nominees and is meant to confront any active threats, while other agents focus on safeguarding the evacuating the person at the center of the protection. As the first pop rang out, Trump said, "Oh," and grabbed his ear as 2 more pops could be heard, and he crouched down. More shots are heard then. From my understanding, it was a Hispanic man that was killed. Oh, God. Oh, the bystander in the stands. Okay. The bystander in the stands. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you, Jay. And I tell you, man, I got some great people to come into this show. I got some great people to come to this show, man. I appreciate y'all for being a part of this, man, and realizing that we work together, man. Thank you so much, Jay, and everybody else who commented, provided info on this, because I want to see if we got any information on the shooter, guys. Damn. Okay, so let's go Trump shooter update. Oh, they said the shooter was outside the venue. The alleged shooter who injured President Trump. I don't know how he would have gotten to the location where he was, but he was outside the grounds, and I think that's something we're going to have to figure out how he got there. Said the Butler County District Attorney Richard Goldinger. Got an update from Associated Press. Okay, guys. That's what we got, folks. I'm sorry I don't have more information about who the shooter was. Someone said, oh yeah, all the grifters are drooling. Look at history. This country's 200 years old. They shoot a president every 40 years. Oh yeah, all the grifters are drooling. We will avoid. Some of you guys are vicious. Jesus Christ. Here it goes. Worry Pirate says Trump won the re-election today. I believe you're right, sir. You are right about that. You are right about that. I believe that to be the truth as well, Johnson. I believe that's the truth as well, Johnson. Let's see. There was a woman shot and killed at the Trump rally today. So there was 2 people shot and killed. I'm just looking to see if I can get you more information, guys. Kid Rock's exactly how I feel. What did Kid Rock say? I wouldn't usually play Kid Rock, but this ain't about me. This is about you guys. So let's go ahead and do a Kid Rock video. I don't think Kid Rock will have a problem with us playing it.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. There's a saying. What's that? How's it go? Oh, yeah. You've unleashed the Kraken. Whoever this person was has unleashed the Kraken. That's what you've done. You've unleashed the Kraken. Not good, sir. Not good. Let's go back over. That's interesting. Okay, Kid Rock. You guys want to hear? Let's check out Joe Biden's words. Since we're here, we're on the X app. Compliments of your guy Elon Musk.
I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this.
Yeah. I hear you talking, brother. I hear you talking. Here's the thing, though, guys. Here's the thing. That ain't going to be good enough. No, it's not going to be good enough. The demonization that the Democratic Party, via corporate media, the DNC, the corporate media, them being in cahoots, the demonization of Donald Trump over the last few years has created this. This is on their hands. They own this. This is them right here, guys. You cannot act like you didn't have anything to do with this. If you've been one of those people, not people, I'm sorry. If you've been one of those corporate media entities that have been demonizing Trump as the second coming of Lucifer, how could you not take responsibility? If you're gonna say Donald Trump made people go down to the Capitol and riot, then what about you? What about you? What about this? You have no responsibility for what you put out on your airwaves, demonizing. Think it, so yeah, it's gonna be yeah. Yeah. The morons don't get it. What the hell? Oh gosh. What is this? Hold on, man. Get out of here. Folks. Look at this shit. Look at this.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
Look at this.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó.
There goes the
You
guy
can
on
see
the
the guy
roof.
there.
There's the guy on the damn roof.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
He's sitting on the roof, guys.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there.
Can you believe this?
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead. Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there.
Look at this. In plain view.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead. Lá em cima,
He's
né?
not even on the
Aqui, ó.
grassy knoll.
You can see the guy there.
Okay.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead. Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there. I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
Unbelievable.
Aqui, ó.
Folks, this is
You can see the
unbelievable.
guy there.
We are witnessing this. This happened.
I think they hit him.
Last time this
because the
happened, I
guy
was in elementary
looks dead.
school. I think I was in the 3rd grade.
Lá em cima, né?
Ronald Reagan, the 3rd and 4th grade.
You can see
Ronald
the guy
Reagan was
there.
shot. And
I think they
couldn't
hit
believe it.
him because the
you
guy
understand it.
he looks dead.
This
Lá em cima, né?
This happened.
Aqui, ó. You
This
can see the guy there. I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
Okay, let me cut that off. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm just looking for more footage, more to see if there's anything additional. They got Alex Jones talking. I'm not going to do an Alex Jones. What? No, I see somebody. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking to see if I can find any other footage that I haven't shown you that is something different for us. That's all. And I'm not finding anything. Okay. All right, folks. Not finding anything anything else different here. Let me just go we'll do another search for Trump and just look for media and see if there's anything else different that I could share with you. Okay, I guess we put this on the screen for a minute here just so people get a better idea. Share screen here. That's grotesque, that's gross. Don't really want to show it, but you can see here, that's the ear where he said he was hitting the ear. And he's very fortunate. Like I said, guys, another interest though, and this is a whole different type of conversation. This is no longer an attempt. You understand what I'm saying? Once again, I have no problems with people criticizing Donald Trump or Joe Biden, but the demonization is out of control. It's out of control. People have every right. Why aren't people demonizing Joe Biden? I don't hear demonization of Joe Biden. I hear disregard. I hear, negative comments, but I don't hear demonization to the extent. And maybe I'm not there, man. Maybe I'm just not listening to that type of content. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's out there. All I'm saying is, I feel that the corporate media is partly responsible for this. Of course, ultimately, it's going to be the shooter who's ultimately responsible for their own actions. Okay, I'm not taking that from him. But what I'm saying is a person who does content, who has been a journalist, a reporter, a commentator, who's been covering politics over a decade, almost 12 years now. I've never seen such demonization of a candidate for any office the way they do Trump. I've not seen it. And he cannot be the world's worst person who's ever ran for office. The continued comparisons to Hitler and all this nonsense, it's just over the top. And I think this is what you get. This is what you get. And at the end of the day, what you really get is another Trump presidency. So whoever this person was, whoever those people are in corporate media who repeatedly have made a living out of demonizing Donald Trump, saying he destroyed America, Donald Trump is nothing more than a symptom of America. That's all he is. Okay? And what they've done is they've given Donald Trump another 4 years. Another 4 years. Donald Trump's going to be able to go to rallies up until the election. If he chooses, he won't even have to write a speech. He likes going off the cuff anyway. He would just show up and turn to the right or the left, because it's on his right, and he'll show his wound on his ear, and he'll say, okay, America, they got me. The corporate media. I took a shot for you. I need you to take a shot for me. And he will win this election by a fucking landslide. That's what's going to happen. Well, guys, I got to go get a cough drop. Someone says inside job. Dunkel Monkey. Dunkel Monkey. You said inside job. Can I get this on the screen? What's going on here? Why didn't that show up? There we go. Dunkel Monkey said inside job. Why would I say that? You said the answer. He just won re-election. Oh. I do not think that Donald Trump is selfless enough to let himself be shot in the ear for anybody. I just don't think. I think he's too vain. He'd never do that, okay? Now, Biden might. I also think Trump would do that. But if you're saying to try to stop him, there's going to be content makers who make a lot of money this week. Oh, it's going to be a lot of money made this week. There will be people put through through college tuition will be paid off the money that's going to be made off of these theories, off of speculations about what happened to Donald Trump today, about who was behind it. Why was it allowed to take place? And you can see that guy who was on that roof was not that far away, and you can see he wasn't really camouflaged. Yeah. So yeah, my friend. The guy who was say F you was directing it to mainstream media. I'm a Trump supporter, a South Park conservative, who've been following you since 2016. Well, thank you, Zarky Army. Give it up for Zarky Army, man. I appreciate you. I never know who's following, fam. I appreciate that, because you know how my content is. But one thing is certain, fam, is I'm not sitting here caping for the Democratic Party. In fact, I blame the Democratic Party for many, many problems, okay? So maybe that's why you stick around, but whatever it is, thank you for supporting the show. And mark my words, guys, I want to go out on a limb. Yeah, hell, this ain't going out on a limb. I'm pretty sure most intelligent people are going to say that Donald Trump just won the election today. I think they're all going to have to concede that. And if I, once again, but I do want to say, if I was Biden, well, I would not be surprised if Biden steps down and he gives the keys to Kamala and let Kamala take that L. Because the L's coming, and it will be devastating. It will be demoralizing. It will be what they call a bloodbath. The Democrats will be obliterated. This is, look, guys, hell, think of the down ticket ramifications. They're going to lose the House, the Senate, and the White House. They're going to lose it all, Johnson, because they poked the bear. They could not take the L like a grown-up. They sicked their dogs at MSNBC. The MSNBC attack dogs, they did this. Congratulations, Mika Brzezinski. Congratulations, Joe Scarborough. Way to go, because you just did this. You did it. In a professional climate, everybody would just be horrified by what took place. But since the Democrats and the corporate media are so joined at the hip, nah, man. They got to take this. They got to hold responsibility for this. They share responsibility for this. That's what I believe. Someone said they missed. Yeah, they missed. Pretty ugly thing says the Democratic Party are Black Americans' oppressors. I'm looking for 10 Black members. I want to go through my 10 Black members list, man. I can see if you're a member, guys. So I want to put my members up, man, because they've been, you know what I'm saying? They've been supporting the show. What can I tell you? They are supporters of the show. I want to welcome everybody to the show. Let you know I do this every day, except Saturday. But since I don't usually live stream on Saturday. I live stream every other day of the week. But when my friend Buck Bewley, who's the moderator here, he hit me up and said, "Hey, are you watching the news?" I was just putting out content today, so I was up doing my thing. I just don't live stream, so I was able to do this. So anyway, I cover news and politics. I cover U.S. politics. I cover Black culture, and I cover breaking news. That's what I do. So if you're interested in any of those three things, or all of those three things, hit the subscribe button. Cut on your notifications. That's it. That's my pitch. That's all I got. Someone said this guy was from Antifa. Katrina Watson. Crazy, right, Katrina? Okay. I think that'll have to do it for me, guys. I'll see you soon. Just to recap on this, for anybody who tuned in late, there was an assassination attempt on the president, the former president of the United States of America. He was grazed in the ear. Unfortunately, it looks like one or two people were deceased, unalived, who attended the rally today in Pennsylvania. The shooter was also discontinued. We don't know the motive. We don't know much about the shooter. But we do know those people that are innocent bystanders who were hurt did not deserve this today, what took place. Donald Trump is fine. He's recovering. He's been posting on his Truth Social app. He said that he put out a statement that he is fine and that he thanks the first responders. And once again, guys, that's all we know so far. Donald Trump won the re-election today. And I blame corporate media once again for this. Corporate media, hold this L up. This is for you. You did this. Once again, it's okay. It's fine. It's actually not even fine or okay. It's ethical and it's warranted and it's needed to criticize powerful people. You need that. That's what I do. That's what we should do. But what we should not do is what corporate media has been doing, which is demonizing Trump, comparing him to people who have committed genocide, exterminations of human beings. That's not what Trump's done, and that's a beyond. So when they compare him to Mussolini, when they compare him to Hitler, these are above and beyond ethics, okay? Once again, corporate media should be held accountable for that. And that's how I feel about it. And what they get for that, what the Democrats get for it, what the corporate media get, they get Donald Trump back in office, which is probably what they want anyway, because they'll make more money that way. You do understand that. Donald Trump is a cash cow. They're going to make even more money off today's event. They're going to make more money off this election. More people are going to pay attention to it. And Joe Biden will be obliterated. I'm Tim Black. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for checking me out. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and I will see you tomorrow. At least tomorrow. I'm sure by tomorrow, if not earlier, you'll see me tomorrow by 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. I got nothing but love for you. Remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. My condolences and sympathies to those who lost family members today. Remember, I'm not here to change your mind. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. All I'm here to do is give you some information and let you make up your own mind. We can all make up our own minds. We ain't robots. We don't need propaganda. We don't need to be gaslit. Just give us the facts and we can have a conversation and we can have an opinion. But what we don't need to do is demonize people and call them Hitler that are destroying the country. We don't need to do that. All right, guys, that's all I got, man. Did I get everybody? Did I get all my super chat people, man? Thank you, super chat guys. I appreciate you supporting this show. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Buck. Thank you, Some Kitty. Thank you, anybody who moderated. Thank you, Katrina. The Secret Service protects the elites. And if some of the elites aren't happy with Trump, possibly they're trying to get rid of him. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about it, how I feel about that. I don't know. It did cross the mind. I would be lying if I didn't say it didn't cross the mind. Biden ain't looking good. Biden is sliding. Free Palestine. Get a black agenda. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, she says, I don't say that in defense of Trump, but he is the worst businessman in American history, after all. Wow. Now, that would have to be somebody who lost all their money. Bankruptcy doesn't make him the worst. Business people use bankruptcy as a form of leverage, as a strategic play. They do that all the time. You know, us poor folks, we don't get it, but they use bankruptcy to keep money. It actually keeps them rich. It's crazy. All right, I'm out. I'm done. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Jesus Christ.